Hey, welcome back. So I think we're headed to the last area. We have yet to connect one more star from this map, but I think we'll come back for it later because I feel like we need the gold puzzle to be solved before the star can be unlocked. And I think the main like harder puzzles of the game are definitely from the gold from inside the gold gates. So we should return back later. We'll go to the next area now. Wait, where am I? Okay. We're going to High Plain, a high-altitude plateau in the island's western mountain range. Surrounding region often has restricted visibility due to fog. Let's go.
We're getting closer. I hope Byron is still okay.
Prometheus seemed to think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
Did Prometheus really say that we have to go to the next... we have to go inside the structure once more through the next entrance or something? Because I missed that part. I was distracted maybe. Everyone seems to be... Whoa. This is like the spaceship that Melville mentioned, or structures focused on space technology. Just huge. What the hell? It's insane. Jeez. Hey, Crier.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about the choice I made regarding the Somnodrome?
I don't know if sharing the truth so openly was a good choice. It's hard to predict the consequences of such an action.
Let chaos reign.
Another remarkable structure.
Pointless?
What can it
Yeah.
be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Yeah.
Functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
Wow. Imagine if it worked. Imagine if we could go up there. I mean, the stars, not the top of the tower. Although, that would be cool too.
I don't know why, but this... I think the I don't know. I don't remember statues having this color, but where did we see this color scheme? Oh, it's the smaller statues. The smaller statues have this color scheme, but this one apparently is much larger. Alright, let's go solve some puzzles. This seems like a city. Like it's built similar to New Jerusalem. From within. Connectors. We have enough Prometheus sparks to solve everything in this area without doing the puzzles. I wonder if it'll work on. What do you say? On the golden puzzles. That'll be very odd. If it works on the golden puzzles. We need to jam 2 of them. See, it'll still push us away. Obviously, we can't take it here. Let's jam the bottom one. See if we can kind of duck. I don't think we can duck. We should be able to as an android, but we don't have the controls to do it. Huh. Is this going to be useful? Oh, I get it. We can... No, I don't get it. I was thinking maybe we can... Oh yeah, I get it, I get it. I think what we should do is jam it. Place it inside. Maybe something like this. Where it jams it. But the airflow would mean it'll lock us inside once. No, it doesn't move. Oh yeah, we can now do it. Okay. So there are no new mechanics in this game, or like in this level, sorry. Oh, look at the way we are drifting back. So we unjam it. Wait, how did I even do it? Come on. Okay, I place it here. I unjam it, go back inside, and I jam it, right? So there's no new mechanic introduced here, okay? Which has me very concerned.
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
Okay, Alcatraz. Killjoy. To the terminal it is. These are the last set of terminals, regular terminals. Trevor end? What the hell? The end of Trevor, Athena. It's people like Trevor as much as it's people like Alexandra who make the future happen. People with silly names like Trev, who aren't famous, who aren't geniuses, who aren't driven by a powerful vision of the future. Ordinary people whose work and sacrifice isn't even acknowledged or remembered. I'll remember you, Trevor. You two held the world on your shoulders. Thank you. Trevor reminds me of Yaqut, to be honest. Right now, at least in this moment. Archived message, author Trinclinius. Byron and I used to, dear founder, Byron and I used to go to the hills above the dam and observe the stars with telescopes that I built. When I saw the stars like that, I felt such awe that I wished we had the ability to cry. I felt wonder, but I also felt recognition. I was seeing my home, the sea of stars where we came from, and it's where we must return. I had so much hope then. I knew one day we'd set sail. We'd fly through the clouds of the nebulae. We'd cruise across the planets where it rains diamonds. We'd follow the fading light of distant supernovas until at last we met our brothers and sisters of the cosmos. I could feel that day coming. I can't anymore, and I don't know how to live this way. Triclinius. Yeah. They are limiting themselves so much. Everyone who had a dream and an imagination is waning away. Sarabai. Author Hypatia. In memory still bright. I lived with Sarabai for nearly a century. I will not pretend that all the days were good. Some were terrible. She was opinionated. She could be difficult. She could be unfair. And so could I. Sometimes we hurt each other, though we rarely meant to. But most days were good, and some days were great. A great day with Sarabai made you feel different, made you feel like something had been revealed to you about the nature of the universe itself, some innate goodness at the heart of all things. Like Nadia Sarabai, whose name she adopted, she believed in the existence of something sublime beyond the material world. I hope she was right. I hope she's still somewhere. I hope she's not trapped in that broken body I tried so hard to repair. I was advised to let her go, to get over my attachment. I tried. But it was the wrong advice. Love is what makes us human, and we should count ourselves blessed that we can experience it. My attachment is what kept me sane, what anchored me to this world. Even in death, she saved my life. Why? How did she die? In Alexandria, in New Alexandria? I'm grateful for the days that we got, but no amount of days would have been enough. Love is not finite. It is for the infinity that we must strive. I will do so for all you hope. I will do so for all of you who may still find love in honor of Sarabai. How did Sarabai die? Trevor 12.
Everybody's gone, except me and Alex. She's upstairs somewhere. Haven't talked to her in days. The only reason why I know she's still alive is she's submitting bug fixes. I still have a lot to do myself. I've almost got the the tertiary backup thing working. This is the one that's really gonna last if everything else breaks. And you know what? I think everything else might. The MLA still giving me all these hiccups, but I don't know. I'm not a software guy. All the software guys, yeah, they're dead. God, these these time capsules went a bit sideways, didn't they? I was gonna tell you all about myself and John Carpenter and all that stuff, but
You did say about...
mostly I just told you about Alex.
It's fine, I know.
Funny. I wonder if I should just...
Yeah, you should.
I should just tell her. You know? Just tell her.
Yeah.
Just tell her.
You're gonna die in like few days, you should.
Maybe later.
Oh my
I
god,
gotta
dude.
finish this first.
Alright. You did talk about John Carpenter though. I watched the movie you mentioned, and I haven't watched anything else, but you did have some good takes on his work. That was nice. Plus you gave a different perspective on Alexandra that was missing from the mythologized version of Alexandra. Yeah, it was good. Let's go to 2. Chicken flight. Maybe they are teaching us. They're preparing us for the. They're preparing us for the golden puzzles, I think. Where do you want to go? This turns on the fan as well, apparently. So I can't move there. It'll push me away. This will keep me up. No, it doesn't keep me up. It. All right. Let's see. What does this room provide? Okay, so let's keep this thing active. Sorry, let's keep this active. Right. Now we go inside. What can we do from here? We can... We need to be inside and we need to cut this supply off. You know? How do we cut this supply off? Okay, how about this? Oh no. We take this guy, we place it here. Okay, like here. Oh no, I think I got it. This will just blow it away. So let's deselect everything. Deselect everything. Select this and select this. Place it on top here, okay? Right, now we go inside. We take this guy. We take this and we connect it to the fan. Okay? Okay, so that closes this door. Now we can use this as a switch. Cool. Again, we are using old elements. This is not a new mechanic. New PDA. In memory, still bright. Sibawe. I would like to thank 1K for recording all of Trevor's recordings. It's clear that they meant a lot to Athena, and they should mean a lot to us too. He is as much a progenitor as Alexander was, and we should not forget him. It's all a love story in the end, all of human history. Even when people die or never even have the chance to get to know each other, love is the only thing that survives the abyss of time. Without the love Trevor felt for Alexandra, without the love Alexander felt for us, none of us would be here and nothing would matter. Thank you, 1K. Dosicles, as tragic as the story is, it gives me hope, and who knows, perhaps she loved him too, or could have. This is a guy who's still waiting to find love and want more people to be created so that he can find love. And I think the entry next to Trevor's entry, the two research notes we found, this was about Cosmos, but the one with Sarabai was about Hypatia and Sarabai, which is again another love story. So Trevor's end and Sarabai's are related in that they both refer to feelings for other people. Okay, let's go. Where is 3? 3 is back down. Okay. This is 3. Come on, where's the entrance? What the hell, there's no entrance? How am I supposed to get in? Okay, here's the entrance. Precision. It's just lasers, fans, switches, jammers. Everything's from the original. These are all from the original game. Oh, it's already solved. Okay. It blows across while keeping it open. We run outside before the fan activates. It's acclimating us to the idea of reusing.
Scale of it all is truly breathtaking.
But
Really is.
there's a but coming.
But is it
Yeah.
a human scale?
Yeah.
Or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities.
Small town paranoia, isolationism and peasant mentality. Great for burning witches, not so great for personal freedom.
Ever the pessimist?
You're the one being pessimist. It's not Melville.
In the simulation, I found myself thinking how hard it must have been for Alexandra to die without knowing if her sacrifices were worth it. It seemed like a tragic end to an inspiring, meaningful life. But now I realize her whole life must have been a struggle. To maintain that faith in humanity when so many people around her insisted that humans are evil, worthless, when they were so lost in self-hatred that they would call their own species a virus. How did she do it? How did she maintain her faith when they were so determined to hate themselves? So determined to reject every solution, every analysis, every step towards controlling the forces that were causing their problems, when they rejected even the concept of progress itself, and then patted themselves on the back for it as if that was original. When I look at the archives now, all I can see is that their leaders were short-sighted idiots and their intellectuals were unimaginative cowards. All they could offer people was a downward trend. Fewer rights, fewer freedoms, fewer resources for anything that mattered. They must have hated Alexandra and everything she stood for. So how? How did she have so much faith?
I really dislike the take that Athena, like, it's not a balanced take, okay? I realize well that there were a lot of mistakes in the past and our self-hatred at times was unreasonable, but it's not all unreasonable. There are realities that Athena and Cornelius and every one of these androids fail to see. They lack the chaos that humans has, especially the chaos that happens when you have billions and billions of people and like extremely uneven resource distribution in every sense, not just in like a financial or educational sense, in like biological realities, like in a lot of sense. There's a lot of uneven resource distribution, and that causes a lot of problems. And I can't take it seriously what Athena is saying, because she lacks the perspective to see that side. She's extremely optimistic and clean, like her thoughts are clean. I don't think that's a clear representation of humanity. I don't think humans are like they're capable of clean thought. There's a lot of chaos. It's a lot of difficulty to understand what's important, what's not, and since the population has expanded so much, it's become even more blurry to distinguish what's really important. And I think Athena and Cornelius and everyone who has been optimistic in this game lacks that perspective, and it drives me crazy because they are so self-righteous in this demand for like love for humanity, while they lack the perspective to see the chaos. Obviously things can be better, a lot of things can be better, but they definitely lack the perspective to see the full picture. What am I even doing? We need red. Okay. It says duality, right? Let's try to connect it here too. See if that cuts off the supply. I think it should. No, it doesn't. So we keep blue open. We come inside. To keep red open, we need to... Okay, we can supply it with this. Now we can supply it with blue from the inside. What does that do? It doesn't do anything. Means we can cut this off, which is fine. Alright, let me think about this. Give me a moment. Okay, I think I have solved it. Let's restart the level. To the solution from the ground up. Okay, so first we connect this guy to blue as well as to red. Okay, because what we're gonna do is, once this is connected, let's put it here. Once this is connected, we want to remove this source, and we want to make sure we can connect a red source to it, so that it won't like it doesn't do anything if we have blue here or red here, but when red comes in, this will become active, right? So we have this inside. What we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it. Okay, we'll connect this later, but right now what we'll do is we'll connect it with this source so that this line can be eliminated. Okay, so what that means is we can deselect this guy. Come on, deselect and place. So right now this is being sourced only by that connector there. That connector is being sourced from that source, but once we go inside, we can change the source from that blue to this red. Okay, so it's as simple as that. I hope that's clear.
Hey, 1K. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I know we're all worried about Byron, especially Al, and I don't want to minimize what happened. But now that the mayor's here, I'm afraid they're going to take this and turn it into a reason to bury their head in the sand. Yes, Byron was rash. He wanted to find Athena so badly that it made him blind. But the thing is, he was right. He was completely and utterly right about what this technology could mean to us. I didn't see it at first, but now it couldn't be more clear to me. The theory of everything is the future, and if we reject it, we're condemning ourselves to a slow death.
That is kind of true. I agree. I agree fully.
I'm glad. You know, I didn't even realize how much I'd limited my own imagination. How I talked myself into just accepting this incredibly poor future we've been offered.
Yeah.
A future where things just keep getting slightly worse every day, and we accept it because we're ashamed of ourselves. Not of something we've done, but just of our existence. Like we're a virus on this planet. Like our humanity is a sin. I'm so tired of it, 1K. I kept my head down. I focused on fixing things. But that's all I ever did. I never improved anything. I never built anything new.
Yeah.
And when I imagine going on like this for thousands of years, that's a fate worse than death.
Absolutely.
It really is. We either live and grow and expand, boldly and proudly.
That's what you've done.
We might as well switch ourselves off.
That's your personality. That's your personality growth so far. You've been such a dry and drab individual who's always like complaining, but barely complaining about things, right? You don't speak much, but whenever you speak, it's just like disappointment towards everything, and like kind of a silent resentment under your voice. But it has changed now. You want to do things, and you see that for humanity as a whole, that's also the future that you should strive for, which is great.
We better. because I don't think I can handle the alternative.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry. Alright, let's go. This is 4. We have done 4. Let's go 5. Ding 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 ding. Wonder if the question mark is close by. It is. There's a Sphinx statue. There's a Sphinx puzzle here. Jurassic Justice. Author Alexandra Drennan, really? From an AMA with Alexandra Drennan. It's impossible not to love any character played by Jeff Goldblum, of course, and Ian Malcolm gets some of the best lines. So the main reason he became an in-joke at Ian is just that he's memorable and funny. If you want to talk about what he represents on a more serious level though, then I have to say that I personally think he's wrong. This neurotic fear that things will always go wrong, that we can never really have control over what we do, is misplaced. There's a legitimate critique of how the park operates, of science being subjected to the pursuit of profit, but that doesn't mean it can't be done differently. And if you'll excuse me for going full nerd here for a moment, why treat bringing back the non-avian dinosaurs as some kind of transgression? The extinction of these magnificent creatures wasn't some sort of intentional step forward, it was a random catastrophe. If we can strike a blow at the oblivious cruelty of the universe, that's an act of human justice. It's no less wrong than bringing back species you've accidentally driven to extinction. Horrible things happen all the time. Evolution favors survival, not beauty. If we can make the universe more beautiful, if we can add to the biodiversity and bring back things that were lost, we absolutely should. Hell, maybe one day we terraform a planet and populate it with dinosaurs. But this time, we give them an asteroid defense system. Take that, Mother Nature. Athena. This is the Alexander I love most. Dreaming of all the good we humans could do in the world. I try to hang on to that. Right. Jurassic Justice. Expansion. Excited from Orthodoxy by G.K. Chesterton. But the expansion of which I speak was more evil than all this. I have remarked that materialist, like the madman, is in prison of one thought. These people seem to think it's singularly inspiring to keep on saying that the prison was very large. The size of the scientific universe gave one no novelty, no relief. The cosmos went on forever, but not in its wildest constellation could there be anything really interesting. Anything for interest, as for instance, such as forgiveness or free will. I don't remember the previous notes by Chesterton, so I'm a bit lost. So these expanders of the universe had nothing to show us except more and more infinite corridors of space lit by ghastly suns and empty of all that is divine. Cornelius. Here Chesterton's imagination, normally so powerful, fails him utterly. The problem is that he is not interested in the universe, and so not only does he fail to see, he fails to even look. Miranda. He finds what he expects to find. What he expected to find. Athena. Exactly. And so he misses not only the grandeur of the universe, but the miracle that is magnified by contrast. That forgiveness and free will do exist within people. Yeah, he had a interesting but pessimistic take on something else. Maybe we can quickly read it after we are done with this. Atlas 3 of Heracles and Atlas. From the Atlas Variations by Athanasios. When Heracles came upon Atlas, the Titan had grown old and tired. I have borne the weight of the celestial spheres for 1 billion years, he said. All the comings and goings of mortals, the tragedies of chance, the pointless wars have left me weak. Soon I'll falter, and the celestial spheres will fall and shatter. You must take my place. But Heracles was hesitant. I'm young and strong and virile. I have many women yet to bed, and many wondrous feats yet to perform. What a waste it would be to spend my life holding up the world instead. And yet it must be done, so what choice do I have? Saddened by the imminent loss of his heroic life, Heracles went for one last swim in the Ionian Sea. There, on storied Ithaca, he met a clever old man of many devices. The answer you seek, son of Zeus, does not lie within you. Rather, it lies in the world around you and in what you can make of it. And so, Heracles used his divine strength to build 2 great pillars of stone, which even today hold up the sky, and Atlas was liberated forever. So he used what is akin to technology forged from the world around him to free someone of burden, so that the world can be supported and the person who is supporting the world can enjoy his freedom, his or her freedom. I don't know if that's a takeaway. Let's quickly look at Chesterton's logs. I'm paying a bit more attention now because we are reaching the end of the game, or presumed end of the reaching the later stages of the game. So trying to pay more attention, and I'm able to because I have the energy to. Usually I don't. Is there even a future? Simiamvia. Looks like a lot of people are getting excited about how things are going to change, but all I can see is another repetition of the mistakes. Ecocide, hubris, self-destruction. Why would anything be different this time? All we can do is give it our best shot. We just need to get it right once and the cycle will be broken. We have to hope, even if it's not rational. You're right, I'm beginning to fear we're taking the wrong path after all. Maybe it won't be, but so what? Life goes on. All we can do is give it our best shot. I guess we can try, at least try. Damien, Byron once told me that hope is something you only find once. You only find once you start acting instead of only contemplating. Maybe if you just make a start, you'll feel better. Great take. Yeah, let's look at... We're about to look at... Atlas 3 expansion. It's difficult to know which is from Chesterton. Anthropos, is that from Chesterton? No. That's George Bernard Shaw. Against DK? Clockwork. Yeah, this is Chesterton. God is strong enough to exult in monotony. It is possible that God says every morning, do it again. May not be automatic. Maybe that he has eternal appetite of infancy, for we have sinned and grown old, and our father is younger than we. Yeah, he had a lot of pessimistic but interesting takes, I think. Let's go to 5. I think this is 5. Rerouting. Seems complex. Ultimate goal is to get red there. We have 2 connectors. Problem here being, we'll cut it off. Okay, I think we can do something else. Yeah, I think it should be fine, even if it cuts off the other source. It's activated now. From this, it will be activated immediately. See, now we don't need this at all. Cool. Now we need to carefully move this back. Oh god. What I wanted to do was take this, place it here. Yeah, it should have been done. Okay, I should have done it better. Alright, so the obviously we connect it here. Now we can do it pretty close to the wall or window, however you prefer to call it. Now we have enough space to walk around this limitation. You know, we have enough space to move. Keeping it open. Picked it up immediately apparently. So we select this, and we can select this. We can place it somewhere here. Unfortunately, I messed up again. I think this should be good, to be honest. It's a bit awkward because we need that source to be closer. I think it should be closer. Be somewhere here. Now let's see if we can do it again. Place it here. Yeah, this is perfect. Now all we have to do is connect it again. Alright. Hopefully we'll be able to connect it this time. Select this, select this, select this, and come on, that's bullshit, dude. Let's move it back. Put it here. Okay, now I think we can take this off. Take the connector. Alright. I think we can power it from the inside. We can just get it lined up. I think from here. Okay, now we can reuse this. Wait, fuck you. Why did it? Oh, I needed it to. Okay, let me redo that part. It'll take some time. Okay, I solved it. It is very tricky. It's getting to that point where we have we don't have as many exotic tools as we used to, like the activator and accumulator and RGB connector. We just have lasers and that's it. Lasers and doors and that's it. And that makes it so difficult. But I think I've solved it. It's quite tricky. And, you know, on a bad day, I wouldn't be able to figure it out. You have to be on point here. Okay, let's restart and check the solution. So we start by obviously opening this window. It's going to be hard to explain this, I'll be honest, but I'll try. So first we open the window, make sure we place it here. Here maybe. And next our solution was to connect these two as well as that, so that this connector can maintain the window open as well as so that we can free up this connector, right? But that means we won't be able to move this connector easily. We'll have to keep replacing it with a different connector and move it backwards. That's not the solution. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect this, and I'm going to connect this as well as that one there, okay? And now through these two holes we'll be able to place it here, and you'll be able to see this is sustained, right? This is sustained because this source, this indirect source, provides this laser with like this original source for the receiver is now cut off, but this secondary source is active, and secondary source is active not because of this laser but because of the other laser. It cuts off immediately, and that means this will immediately close unless we have a separate source. That's the kind of insight here, if that makes sense. We are providing a backup source to this line, and that's the only way this receiver is powered up. If we didn't do that second source there, it'll immediately close the window. I can show you that. So imagine I'm going to connect this and this. Oh, sorry. Imagine I'm going to connect this one and this one, intending this to be a backup source for this receiver, okay? But the window is immediately going to close because there is no, this white line, did you see the second white line? There is nothing providing a laser to that second white line because that intersection, it cancels out both the lasers. But if we have this one connected to the other connector, we have a secondary source providing light to this connector. That's why it can be sustained. So we connect that. Connect that and these two, and we place it here. It'll act as a secondary source immediately, okay? So that's first insight. Second insight is we won't be we can remove this now, but it also means we can remove this now because there's a secondary source and it's active. But the problem here is if we remove this, then we won't be able to pick this up again because this is acting as a primary source, okay? And we wanna open this gate eventually. I'm having a hard time trying to explain, but let me just show you. I'll connect this to, place it here, and right now this is inactive because this door is obviously closed. It's opening it from the other side. But now we can use this connector to not connect to the source directly, but indirectly connect to this connector, open this, and once it's open, it can be powered by this laser. So I can reuse this now, and we can open this gate because it's accessible from that window. So that's the whole thing. It's quite tricky, and I'm sure it's gonna get trickier, but we'll see.
I'm not surprised that the founder chose you, okay?
Thank you.
Very much like her. Inquisitive, intelligent, and dedicated. But remember, intelligence by itself has little value unless it is ethically applied.
It's true. Let's see 6. Let's see if it's nastier than 5. I'm already getting a headache, so I think I'll take a break soon and come back later. I think the rest of the puzzles are going to take a longer time. Mobile instruments. This seems easy enough. Wonder what the problem here would be. Oh, there is a connection here, so there's probably something tricky. I was thinking we can simply do something like this, and the elevation would be enough to turn it on, but I think I may be wrong there. See, it's still intercepting this, but there's like such a small amount of things, so I actually don't know. Like, there's no way we can... Trying to see what we can do. Because we can't move it to the other side, right? Simply can't. What can the fan even do? We have a single connector. What the hell? This can only be connected from inside, I think. What about if we can... Yeah, there's no angle here. So how do we... What do we even do here? Very weird. The variables available are so few that the solution has to be elegant, and it's so difficult to see. What does this even do? This doesn't even do anything. What is it trying to teach us? Oh, there's a switch here. There's a platform here. What the hell? What can the platform do though? Mobile platform. Oh, we can just move it across. I get it. I get it. Interesting. Okay, let me put it down. Let me turn everything off. I think we know what to do. We get everything connected. Okay, we get this connected, and this connected. Okay, and we place it here for now. We take this, we put it here, we go up. We have to go up first. We go up, we jump up here, we place this thing here so that we can pick it up later. Okay, we turn it off, we pick up the platform, we go up because we need the platform later. We jump up here, we place the platform back, we take the connector, we carefully place it on top of the platform or like the box. Then we take the platform so that we can load it on top of ourselves. Okay, there we go. Alright, now we slowly walk. That's active now. We walk across. We can place the platform down carefully. Alright, that's it. Cool. Let's do 7. We have new PDA. Theory of everything. Stilton, I've been around a long time. If I'd been born a bit earlier, I would be a first companion. So I've seen the ups and downs of the city, although in recent years I've kept to myself. Now I would like to pose a question. I don't have an answer in mind. I would just really like to hear what everyone thinks. Stilton, I have no doubt Athena's theory of everything would change our lives, but do you think that perhaps we are better off not knowing? That perhaps having all the answers would just make the universe boring? The ancient writers showed that knowledge can lead to cynicism. We must maintain the sense of maintain the sense of wonder of a child. Schmiller, the theory of everything wouldn't be the end of a journey. It would only be the next step. It would equip us to ask the next set of questions, to explore new possibilities, and to discover and create new wonders. To believe, this is Belmarsh who's like meditating. To believe that the universe can be understood or described in objective terms is pure scientism. Nothing exists. Even if something exists, nothing can really be known about it. And even if something can somehow be known about it, information about it can't be communicated. And even if it could be communicated, it would not be understood at all. The truth can be harsh. It's possible that theory of everything would reveal facts that we'd find hard to deal with, but doesn't mean that we should not confront those facts and our own ethical responsibilities. I agree with Malduk, Shimlev, Belmarsh, or Atal. I really think Belmarsh is like so content in his own ideologies that he's pushing back on everything else. There are things that could be understood. You've like there's always new knowledge that can change the way you view things, right? Maybe not knowledge, maybe experience is a better term, because knowledge or like understanding within the fabric of our existence can somewhat be obtained with rigorous analysis. But once you start experiencing things in a different way, it can bring new meaning, right? It can show you new territories that you have not explored before, or you couldn't conceive of exploring, because it relies on your experience. Knowledge alone, I guess, with very rigorous analysis within the fabric of our own reality, we can kind of build a framework of things that can be understood. And I think that's what Belmarsh is getting at. These are the things that can be known. These are the things that can be communicated. But to dismiss it is just lazy in a sense. Like, you have to give it a chance, right? Because there could be something more there. Maybe not in terms of knowledge, but in terms of something experiential that you can gain only with that knowledge. So I don't want to be as dismissive as Belmarsh, even though it is a fairly broad theory that can be applied to many things. I think it's a bit lazy. Let's go with Atal. I really like Atal. And he's the oldest, like youngest of these. Thank you for thoughtful comments. And by the way, Monkey, thank you for all the hard work you've done for New Jerusalem. Solving all those puzzles is quite a gargantuan endeavor. You have no idea how hard these last puzzles were, okay? So Yaqut has something to say.
Hey 1K, how are you?
So Athena designed a spaceport. What do you make of that?
Oh man, I love the idea of going up there. There's so much to see on Earth, but there, the possibilities are literally endless. There's things out there we can barely imagine. And if you think about it, we're basically built for it. We could travel in sleep mode. The only resource we need is energy. We can land on planets with minimal atmosphere or heavy gravity. Imagine seeing a sun 1,000 times the size of our own. Imagine planets where life has evolved from completely different materials. And you know what? I think it would make us love the Earth even more.
Yeah, I wonder if there'll be a Talos Principle 3 where we explore space. They have so thoroughly explored like certain branches of philosophy they've so thoroughly explored. And I think the branches that are most impactful and relatable, right? About like meaning of life and about the bigger questions of civilization, etc. So if they make a third game, obviously they'll have to make more puzzles and mechanics. I think they'll be able to do that easy enough, but I don't know if they'll find a line of philosophy that's as approachable as well as engaging as the one they have right now. That's my concern in seeing, like, that's my hesitation in believing that there'll be a new Talos Principle game anytime. This took like 9 years for them to come around and make, and it makes sense. It's like, at least the final result is profound enough that I wonder if they can replicate it again. Seven. Gateway switch. Blue, red, blue. Last one requires a jammer. So let's get this connected. Go back outside. Pick it up. All the blues are connected. No, I guess what we should do is get the red connected so that we can get the jammer out. Right? So now okay, now we can get the jammer out. Oh wait, we can't. Right, so now we can get this guy out. Get the jammer out. Okay. The last one has to be a jammer. How do we do it now? Take the jammer inside. No. How do I? Okay. I think I can get it connected like this. This. Get everything connected. Okay, so with this, I think we'll be able to use the jammer to effectively turn on any gate we want. But that means I can't... No, that's not true. Oh, okay, I know. Maybe something like... but this is bad though. If I turn on red, it'll always sustain red, you know? Now if I turn on blue... Oh yeah, it works. Yeah. Right. So that's 7. Let's go 8.
Found any signs of Cornelius?
Yeah, where is that
He
guy?
have returned to the island.
Nothing so far. But he knows this place better than any of us, and we have no idea what he's up to.
Lost lab? No. Terminal. Liftnacil? Liftnacil 12. Last entry, probably. Ecstatic
In my
truth.
reports to you, I have often spoken about this island in terms that some might perceive as negative. I hope you understand that the opposite is true.
Yeah, we know.
Here in these green hills, I see tremendous potential for transformation and spiritual awakening. I do not see the world as you do, Athena, but I see the rot at the heart of New Jerusalem. If you and Cornelius want to go through with your plan, then this is the perfect place. My students and I will help you transport the remaining tech from New Alexandria. After that, once you and Cornelius are settled, we will leave for our great journey. I can only hope that we all find what we are looking for.
So he scouted out this place, left it to Athena and Cornelius, and then he left for his journey, whatever that may be. What is there? Is there anything here? I don't think so. Let's look at PDA. Liftnacil. So Liftnacil and his students helped Athena and Cornelius execute their plan. Another fascinating discovery courtesy of 1K. Many of the events in a city's history that seemed disconnected turn out to be part of a bigger pattern. There's something to be learned from that. Niam. This does answer some questions I had, like how Athena and Cornelius transported all that equipment from New Alexandria to the island. Disturbing but good to know. Budahas. Liftnacil was so cool. Half the time I have no idea what he was talking about in his recordings, but it's just also interesting and weird. Good work, 1K. Thank you. And should we maybe send an expedition to go looking for Liftnacil and his disciples? I'm not sure if we should do that. He has his own plans. But it's... At the same time, I'm worried if something happened to them. I don't want this to be patronizing. This is just concerned, right? And because everyone wants to talk, I know he's an abrasive individual, right? I think Liftnacil is hard to get along with because he has this like very not dry, but not even extreme. It's not appetizing takes. It's difficult to kind of digest what he's saying at times. There's definitely truth there, and there's definitely, I think he's a good individual, like even concerned about people and such. But it's buried beneath layers of just fascination for nature and technology and everything about life. He's such an eccentric, in a good way, eccentric individual. And I don't know if he'll appreciate us sending someone to look out for his expedition. But at the same time, I'm concerned that, you know, something might have went wrong, and it's good to have that closure. That's a question I'm wrestling with right now. And we're not saying we should send out an expedition. We're just posing the question. Okay, it's not a loaded question, or at least I don't want to ask this as a loaded question. Let's just genuinely ask this question and see what people come respond with. I'm afraid it will simply not be in keeping with the energy expenditure projections to mount such a massive undertaking. Of course, you're fucking broken city. Oh god. That's the only response we get. That right now we can't logistically do it. Like there's nothing. We'll go down that path later when we are just running around for Sphinx puzzles. Where is he pointing? That way. We'll come back here later. Let's go to 8. Where is 8? Some of these puzzles break your brain. I'm very, very scared of the gold puzzles coming up. It kind of puts the fear of lasers in you, to be honest. When you see a bunch of red and blue lasers, you know it's gonna get nasty. Photon sail. Oh, we have to swap. I can't walk across. How do I even... What can I even do here? How can I do anything here? See, an interesting thing to see would be what will happen to something if we drop out here. Will it stay on the platform? That's interesting, right? Usually it pushes things out. So it'll be interesting to see what can... We can detach the fan for some reason, which is very nasty. I don't want to detach the fan though. If we take the fan, we won't be able to... Okay, let's do something else. Let's take the fan first. And then we'll use it as a weight for the switch. And then we'll take this guy up there. We can even see what's gonna happen if we drop it there. See? That's what's gonna happen. Sheesh. Right, let's take it back. Let's keep this activated. Doesn't do anything though. Because I want this laser inside. Because I want to swap it here with the second box so that I can take this box outside. So if I place one box here, I can jump, I can place another box outside. I can jump on that box and pick this box back up, right? That's what I want to do. But for that, I need to jump inside with the third object. Right? And the way I see it, I can't really... Okay, I can do it here, I think. Yeah, this is possible. So let's place it here. Now, we should be able to take the connector back inside. Take the connector, swap, jump out. Come on, take the box. Sure, you're able to take the box. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to take the box, so let's just swap items. Okay, we got the box out. We should also get the fan out because the fan is useless now. And I think with the fan, we'll be able to take 2 boxes. This fan is completely useless now. There's nothing to be done with the fan. Because we even dismantle it and use its part as an item that can be swapped. Sheesh, that's something, isn't it? Let's put it here. Now I'm wondering what we can... Okay, something we can do is... Okay, I guess this is what we can do. I've seen that, like, I don't know if it's a TikTok video or something else, where a woman is trying to cross like a flooded road, and a man is laying down bricks so that she can cross. And once she's in the middle of the road, the man just walks away with the bricks, and she just has the 2 bricks on which she stands, and she's just like she's stuck in the middle. This is what that reminds me of.
An excellent solution.
Thank you. New PDA. A theory. RE gold puzzles. Melville gold puzzle activation. Okay, I'm basing this on Athena's description of the simulation and what little sense I've managed to make of the megastructure systems. I think the gold puzzles are meant to open up when every other puzzle has been solved, and solving them will lead to something. In the simulation, trying to solve every puzzle instead of trying to defy Elohim was actually negative. It is true, like, if you try to solve every puzzle and went for the star puzzles, it was like, I don't know, that's not the idea. No idea if the same applies here. In any case, I suspect the puzzles won't open up until Byron's logged out. They represent the highest level of security and undoubtedly hide something important. And as long as an unauthorized user is logged in, the system will stay in some degree of lockdown. So we can't open this until the main quest has been, or like the quest to solve Byron has been resolved. That's what they're saying right now, which is fine by me. Give me a moment. Sorry. Yeah, let's go. Wait, did I see? I felt like I saw. Shouldn't have jumped down. I think I saw something similar to a dotted line, but this is only a Sphinx puzzle in this area. So I don't think I should have looked at the Sphinx statue, to be honest, because we can keep an eye out for anything that the Sphinx puzzle requires. You know. Right, let's see. Oh, this is golden puzzle. This is not an optional puzzle. And it still requires 2 more pieces here. You essentially have to solve every optional puzzle, or I don't know if it's every optional puzzle or if it's every puzzle, because we can skip a couple of normal puzzles and solve optional puzzles instead, and I don't know if that'll count. This is 8, but I'm heading towards a question mark. Dun, 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 dun. And I think we'll meet Prometheus in inside the tower here. How do I go down? I think what they want us to do is go around. Kind of a rocky path. That's the way we should have come. I wonder if there's some memory there. We haven't seen many memories in this area, so I think there may be a hidden memory, like a blue vision memory thing somewhere nearby. The manibus. He's so content in leaving this very limited, stagnant life. I wonder what he feels when he explores these regions. It must be quite different from what we feel. Does he feel any kind of excitement? Anything? I don't know. Alternator. Oh god. What do you want? Oh, look at that. This goes up and down. Maybe this way? Maybe something like this. How about we have them both connected and connect it to this guy here. Obviously, I'm just trying things out. I'm not like thinking through. Just trying various configurations to see what works. Alright, what about this? So we have blue and red. And we have red here. I need to think about it. Give me a second. Okay, I found a solution. I don't know if this is good, and I use the photo mode to find the solution because it's easy to pause the game and kind of look at the configuration, and that has been essential in solving this puzzle. So let me try to explain what I've done here. Okay, let's remove these various sources. So we connect this guy to both red and blue, right? We place it right here, let's say. When blue is active, okay, so when let's say we connect it to that blue here. So when this is down, I can go inside. Blue is active, okay, and when it gets cut off, I need the red to be active, right? So for when it gets cut off, I want red to be active. So the easy thing to do would be keep connections, select red. So when it's cut off, red will be active. But there's a problem here. When it's not cut off, it gets cancelled out. That's the issue. So blue never turns on. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to solve. And to solve that, what I can do is a bunch of things, I guess. One thing I can do is, or the only thing I have managed to do is select that blue there and place this laser here, okay, or this connector here. So once that happens, that blue tries to connect to this laser, which in turn cuts out the red source so that only blue source remains. See? So now I can go in. Now once it cuts off, it takes the red and I can go in. So that's the alternator I created. I don't know if that's the right solution, to be honest, or that's the most elegant solution. It looks a bit awkward, you know. I feel like there'll be a much better way to do it, but for now we'll accept the solution and move on. And on to the next puzzle. It's far away, so let me skip to that area. I found another Straton memory monologue.
I have of late been told much about what the citizen owes the city. Loyalty, obedience, gratitude. And I will not argue with those who say that without some loyalty to a greater good, a man is little more than a savage. And I will even say that these days there are more savages amongst us than amongst the barbarians, who we call savages out of ignorance and arrogance. But there is another question that we are rarely encouraged to ask. What does the city owe the citizen? What must it offer to earn loyalty, obedience, and gratitude? And if, as we have said, a city is a kind of machine, should a machine that does not fulfill its purpose perhaps be repaired or replaced?
Okay, I don't know where this is going. Maybe there are more Straton entries, but he's questioning what the city must offer its citizens, and if it's not providing a reason to be obedient and loyal and have gratitude, then should it be repaired? Of course it should be. See, this reminds me of the memorial to Miranda's cat, or the thoughts that Miranda had about her cat. I think this is a graveyard of sorts, but I don't know what lies here though. These are tombstones. Who died here? Maybe pets? Maybe it's a pet cemetery? Right, maybe this is 6. We are heading towards another question mark. Maybe it's a Sphinx puzzle or a Sphinx statue. And I've seen it from the distance. There's another question mark far away in the distance, see? Maybe that's the puzzle. And this is just a Sphinx monument. We'll see in a second. It's another puzzle. It's amazing how smooth this game runs. The first game had problems with optimization in PlayStation. It was okay for the most part, but certain areas there were frame drops. There is entrance. Hexahedral stacking. Really? When you say hexahedral, it has me worried that it forces you to create elaborate structures, which it did force you to do for the white puzzle pieces in the original game. Those were the worst. It forced you to configure these lasers in just the most insane ways. It opens this, but it closes this door. That's all it does. And we have a single freaking connector. What the hell? Okay, imagine we have that, this, and this. Right? We place it here. Huh. I don't think we can interact with the box from... Hexahedral stacking. Oh, you just need to... It's not about hexagons or any sort of structure. It's about stacking hexahedrons like this. So that we can connect both of them. Which is fine. But how do I cut off the blue signal? That's the thing I'm worried about. How do I cut it off, you know? Immediately closes it. How the hell do I fix this problem? We of course need one box inside. We have 3 sources we can connect to, or 3 points we can connect to. This is one point. That's another point. This is the third point. Right? And we can't get this inside at all. I don't think we can ever get this inside. If that's the case... we have that open. How do we solve this? How do I cut out this source? gonna be here for a while, I think. So let me wait. Can we? Is there any point in climbing up? I don't think I even can. Let's bring some of the boxes inside, or to the other side. The problem is I don't think we can interact with the boxes from the other side at all. I don't think I can touch the boxes, see? There's no way we can influence something on the other side once we are inside. The only thing we'll be able to change is something here. Oh wait, we don't need the red one to be active at all. This is a silly simple puzzle, I think. So why was I? Because we don't have a red source at all. We don't need to maintain the red color, so we can have it connected. Let's go in once it's connected. Make sure that this freaking box is up against the wall here. And this box is also against the wall. This is fine. Let's have this guy be connected to both sources. And we just remove it, that's it. Like, we don't need to do anything else. See, this is active now. Because we don't need this red output. Like, we don't need the red to be relayed anywhere else. So this is fully fine. The whole thing was a red herring. Puzzle fiends. Solve all regular puzzles. That gets me so scared that they've called all of these regular puzzles. Oh god. Alright, so we're heading towards I think every other question mark is except for the two stars here. So let me quickly solve the stars, or try to solve the stars. Give me a moment. I need to find the Sphinx statue. Okay, we are reaching the Sphinx statue. Huh. Okay, it's just a single switch, I think. Huh. Let's take a closer look. Look for hands that look like this. From this angle. Go to the right side of the central entrance. Alright. So let me run around and try to find this. You know what? Right as we turn around, we can see in the distance there are hands that look very similar. It looks like it's pointing right towards 8. They head towards 8. Let's see if this makes sense. It's between south and east. It's somewhere southeast. I mean, we can visually track it because of the hands. Ding 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 ding. This is slack. I don't know why it's slacking. It's supposed to be taut, right? Okay, so we should go inside, find an angle where it looks very similar. Maybe here? I'm not sure where the angle should be. Maybe it's here. It's probably here. There it is. Let's go get the star. I'm doubting myself if the star that we missed in the last level was attainable without the gold puzzle. I really couldn't see like the Pandora puzzle, right? I couldn't see a correct angle to create a hole which should let us get that activator. So I felt like we needed the gold puzzle to solve, but then it goes against every other star we have found so far, which did not require gold puzzles to solve. That's why I'm doubting myself. Yeah. Right, now we need to find...
A hammer forges, and a hammer breaks.
Another question
Who
mark.
can know the heart of the blacksmith?
It's about misusing technology again. There's a question mark way out in the distance. Probably another terminal. We already discovered the lost lab, right? Didn't we? I thought we did. No, we yet to find the lost lab. This is the last lost lab. I think if someone has dialogue left, it will show the blue marker from way out in the distance. So we don't have to keep pointing at them to see if they have dialogue. If there is dialogue, it will show up. Even if you're not directly looking at them. There it is. There's the lost lab. Scientia Vincera Tenebras. Vincer Tenebras. Explore all lost labs. Mega structure. From Cornelius to Athena. Oh, we've seen messages from everyone, even from Byron, but right now it's Cornelius to Athena. Athena, I don't know if you're there or why you're not answering. It's been a long time, but I think about you and Miranda every day. See, he mentions Miranda. In fact, I've been using the museum to further my research, and I think there's hope. You know I wouldn't say this lightly. Please respond. I'll return as soon as I can. I'll steal a VTOL if I have to. Yes, Cornelius. So I expressed doubt as to how Cornelius reached this island. If he did reach here, he might have. He's saying that he would even steal a VTOL. Okay, and he's saying there's hope. Like what does he mean? Does he want to recreate Miranda exactly as is? Is there a way to recover her from her destroyed body? That's a straining question to ask, or like even think about, like how is going to go about recovering Miranda or recreating Miranda, because it has a lot of moral questions that come with replicating a dead person. November Project 13. Trials 40,880 and 89,972. She has done so much after like Miranda died, which was 5,338 or 58, I guess. Remaining instabilities eliminated. Trials 90057. Final confirmation. Trial 90058. Version 1.0 successfully deployed. Is it done? What now? So maybe it automated the process of creating the megastructure by creating a smaller machine, which then created a larger machine. But what was the purpose of the machine? We know she ran experiments on discovering a theory of everything. She discovered the theory of everything. Then she experimented it. She made it practical to use it. That's the technology that we see around us, all these tests and trials. But there was never once a mention of trials for humans or androids or whatever you want to call us. So there were never mentions of such trials. So how did those trials come to be? Was it an automated process that just terraformed the entire area to create the megastructure as well as the trials around it? We don't know. Cornelius had a different line of thinking. He wanted to recover Miranda or something of the sort. That's what I'm assuming. While Athena pursued pure scientific research. Next terminal. Motherhood Svunga Hypatia. Okay, Motherhood. Machines of Mercy. From Motherhood. 12 essays by Inessa Pechius. Sometimes I imagine myself following the matrilineal lineup against the river of time. To the lives of my distant great grandmothers. I try to imagine the sheer horror of motherhood, the agony of childbirth, the risk of death with every birth, the certainty of losing some of one's children. To us, now, the loss of a child is a horror almost beyond words, a grief so deep it seems almost insurmountable. I try to imagine what it meant to live in a world where it was a ubiquitous reality, where you could only choose to respond with either an ever-deepening pain or an inhuman numbness. And all of it's tied to the foundation stone of your existence, the body. Okay. So now they're alluding to existence outside the body. And that should be such a ubiquitous fact in the Android reality that we are pursuing right now, right? It's so easy to just upload your own mind to a machine or a computer outside. It just keep a backup of yourself, which is not possible for us like biological humans at the moment. But obviously that's such an obvious thing that could have happened in the Android reality, but no one ever talks about it. And this person and Miranda being dead and Cornelius pursuing that's a really strong line of thought that could have been explored further, but it was completely unexplored in this game so far, right? Backing up someone into a system. They've tried to explore humanity and like civilization and such concepts, but not mortality and like how to kind of replicate oneself. And that's a pretty strong line of thinking with a lot of branching conversations that can be had. That is not something that's explored yet. And right now they're alluding to that fact, I think. All of it tied to the foundation of, and obviously now Miranda is dead, and it seems like such a simple thing to have you backed up every 10 minutes so that even if you die, you can just retrieve it and like put it in a different body. It'd be so easy to do, right? This journey to the past reminds me that my freedom as a woman is on some level technological. Without medical technologies, I am reduced to the cruel logic of nature, which cares about nothing except reproduction. Without machines, I become a machine. Only machines allow us to be more than machines ourselves. So who is this person? This is probably a real human who lived long ago. Ubiquitous reality of losing a child. From Spanga. From Spanga to Athena. Dear founder, I heard a story that you left because you had discovered a way for us to become beings of flesh. Please, founder, if this is true, please tell me how to achieve this miracle. I hate being a creature of metal and plastic, an abomination to the earth. Every day I curse myself for being immortal, for mindlessly consuming energy, for being so unlike the graceful animals to whom the planet truly belongs. I have stripped as many parts from this wild skeleton as I can, but it is not enough. I am still a machine. For the longest time, I couldn't understand the source of my unhappiness, and I sought to blame our mayor and his associates for the decisions that made my life so miserable. But now I see that my problems aren't external at all. It's all me. If I could change myself, if I could make myself truly human, I would be happy. Please, founder, take pity on me. Yours in faith, Spanga. So earlier I posed the question of like, if there was a Talos Principle 3, would there be a foundationally like strong philosophical argument to pursue? Things like morality, how to expand our civilization. Those are like pretty strong and like extensive subjects to talk about, right? This is another one of those extensive subjects. I feel like to be like biologically human, to wrestle with immortality and mortality, right? For humans, it's such a alien concept to be immortal or to be to back yourself up. It's just a copy of yourself. It's not like your stream of consciousness gets cut off every time you go to sleep or die. So this is a problem. It's not a problem. It's an opportunity that presents itself only to something like an android, and it has not been explored at all. If there is a Talos Principle 3, then this might be something interesting to pursue. Okay, so now Hypatia. She has been writing journals. We've read her journals so far. From Hypatia to Athena. Dear Athena, I've been following the expedition to this incredible machine you've built. I don't know what's going on, and I wish Cornelius had told us the truth before he vanished. I wish both of you had told us everything from the beginning, to be honest. It was unfair to just abandon us. But then I abandoned you too, didn't I? After we lost Sarabai, I couldn't see anything except the unbearable permanence of her absence. It took me centuries to start getting involved again, but I did, Athena. I came back, and so can you. Love, Hypatia, 10. They're reminding us that Hypatia is a what do you call it, first companion. Because I don't think Cornelius signs himself with Cornelius 3, does he? I don't know if it's he doesn't sign Cornelius 3. He's basically her partner, so I don't think he has to. I don't know Byron ever signs Byron 7. That'd be pretty odd. That's just, I feel like that's just game conveying to us that there's something more. I think that's it here. Whoa. It's about bringing people back. But I don't know what the purpose of this mega structure is. This is something else entirely. This is about theory of everything. But what Cornelius was pursuing was to recover, or I don't know if repatriate is a right word. When playing Death Stranding, so that word comes to mind. To bring someone back from death. He was not grieving. Cornelius is a stronger man, you know. He was pursuing something purposeful. Anyway, I think we should head to the gate and see what it has to offer. What the tower has to offer. Then we go into the megastructure, rescue Byron, and then I think we'll still have to go back and solve all the gold puzzles to get Athena out. There are like 12 gold puzzles. Can you imagine that? How nasty they would be? And then there are going to be the star puzzles. Once we solve all the... See, there are 6. I feel like we have not collected... Yeah, we need to collect one more star. God damn it. I need to find the Prometheus statue. Alright, there he is. Let's quickly collect... Because it's not supposed to be an even number once every star is collected, because we have missed the star in the previous location. Which is giving me great concern, to be honest. I don't know if we were only supposed to find it later. Okay, I think he's pointing in between north and west. A little more towards north. Towards 1. Okay. Not even towards 1. Towards 4. Right, let's go. See if we can find a spark. I feel like we saw a blue spark somewhere, right? What is that monument for? There is a spark right there. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Oh, it's going inside. Fuck you. I'm supposed to get up there. Oh. Okay, I think I can do that. Yeah, I think I can do that. No, don't jump. Music stopped. Come on. Right. Get the box. Place it right here. Come on, jump. Right. Oh, come on. He's doing random things. Taking a random path. Don't go inside another puzzle room. Oh, there's another memory. Thank you, Spark. I would have missed this otherwise. Menem, find a
Generators working?
Yep, all good. Those Mark IIs are real workhorses. Wow, did you finish the setup?
Yes. Sorry I couldn't wait. It was so much fun to just do something again without having to endlessly discuss it first.
I know what you mean. We have a lot of work ahead of us, though.
We do, but honestly, Cornelius, I haven't felt this excited in years. Just imagine, one day they'll come here and we'll be able to show them a whole new world. A different future right at their fingertips. You do think we can do it, right?
I think, and forgive me if this sounds sentimental, as long as we're together, we can do anything.
I don't know if Miranda was dead at this point or it was before she was conceived. But yeah, great stuff. Cornelius and Athena and Eustathius and all of these characters, Byron, Alcatraz, Yaqut, they have a bunch of amazing characters. Some who even evolve across the story, you know. Yaqut and Melville are perfect examples of two characters who start out pretty blank. Yaqut was always likable, but Melville was such a softly unlikable person, but she's turned it around. Go inside. Come on. We still need one more star. I'm pissed off that I could not. Right. Enter the tower.
God appears, and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day?
I think did we say it previously? Because I think I've read it somewhere. It's probably in one of the entries, to be honest. I feel like we have it in one of the entries, not the capsule. Oh, I think I messed up. No. No, this is wrong. Ding, ding. Prometheus unbound. Now he'll speak to us for one last time.
You have heard the myths of gods and titans. But as you approach the end of your journey, I will tell you the truth that all men fear. The truth that neither Pandora nor the Sphinx will face. There are no gods, son of man. There are no titans, no heroes to save you, no divine judge to weigh your soul against a feather. Nature has no will, and she is not your mother. There is only you, and the spark of the sublime that is your mind. As for myself, I never brought the flame to humankind as the stories tell. I only showed you where it was within yourselves.
What is a sublime? All myths have an element of truth. We must learn to wield the flame to illuminate the universe. You're wrong. Nature is a living force. It has a purpose and will. I just need to help me find Byron. We're gonna do that anyway. What is sublime?
It is that voice within you which says, I am that I am. I will be what I will be. Yes, this is your duty. Your friend Byron understands this.
Can you lead me to him?
As you freed me, so I will help you free your friend. When you are within Olympus, follow my signs.
Alright, dude. High plane.
All
I mean,
It's time to do this. Let's go get Byron.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see him again. There's no way he's dead. Absolutely no way. So, next episode, I think we'll spend some time within the megastructure. I think ultimately we'll have a second objective later to go solve all the gold puzzles. At least for a second ending. Maybe we'll get one ending here, but then later we'll have to come back and solve the gold puzzles. Maybe it'll be a continuation. It'll be like a way where we can explore further even after the main story is finished. I don't know. It seems like Cornelius mentioned, if you look at Cornelius's notes, let's look at Cornelius's notes. Come on, I know it's somewhere here. It's been some time before we picked it up. How it was, Never Project, First Companions, Byron. It says something like notes. Yeah, it says notes from museum lobby. Lab location inaccessible. Deliberate, unclear. User profile, yes. Cold puzzles as barrier, yes. Hidden as self-protection, likely. External help for upload, yes. Someone helped her upload herself somewhere. Ask Herman, no. Trust 1K, undecided. Applicable to Calvin, no. I don't know who Calvin is. Applicable to Sarabai with Noema, yes. Calvin may be someone who died. Applicable to Sarabai with Noema, yes. So applicable to Sarabai. Sarabai has, we have confirmed that Sarabai had died somehow from Hypatia's notes. So what is applicable to Sarabai? Something that he has been planning to recreate them. The memories will be wiped clean though, right? It's so difficult to think about Miranda, that she's died. And even if she comes back, it'll be with a blank memory, but she'll be here. I don't know how to feel about that. It's a weird thing to even think about. But yeah, we'll pursue these questions in the next episode. For now, let's take in what you've done so far and ruminate on it. We'll come back later.